Amy Slayton, TLC star from 1,000 Pound Sisters, has been arrested. She's got possession charges. She's got endangering child charges. And boy, you would think that the whole world has been turned upside down because everybody, and I mean everybody and their grandma, has been clawing at they're trying to get to me to let me know that this happened. I know. Thank you for letting me know. But as soon as the news broke, I saw it. But then I also saw like every video in the comment section. I saw the DMs. I saw the emails. I saw the other people that I know also saw your DMs and your emails. Thank you. I guess I'm glad. I guess I should be like a little like, oh man, people out there like, Ken, this is you, man. You got to cover this. I appreciate it. But, we got you. So we're going to talk about that today. Oh, Amy, here's her mugshot right here. Boy, look at her. Just barely over 5 foot tall, looking just mad in two directions. So what happened is on Labor Day, she and her kids and her new boyfriend were at the Tennessee Safari Park in Crockett County. And apparently she was bit by a camel. What? And they called 911 or whatever, and the cops showed up. And it says, like in all these news articles, it says, upon arrival, deputies were immediately overtaken by suspicious odors coming from the guest vehicle. So I guess they got bit by the camel, went to their car. I don't know how they got the vehicle came into play, but anyway, they smelled a bunch of weed. And from there, they took her to the hospital and then arrested her afterwards. So, well, we're gonna go. That's like the overarching story, right? But we got like a freaking, who is this? WBBJ News.
WBBJ 7 Eyewitness News.
They interviewed some people here, so let me play it.
Yesterday, received a 911 call for assistance at the safari park in regards to a possible animal bite.
I always forget like how close they are. Well, where you live, Dane, where I used to live.
Yeah.
We can literally go visit these people. But the Tennessee Safari Park, I'm just gonna pull up it on Google here. Like,
boy, look at that camel.
That's what I'm trying to look at. The freaking pictures won't open up. Come on. They go. You kind of. Oh, okay. So this makes more sense. So you can just drive your car through it and just look at the animals, right?
Okay.
And there you got him. There you got him. Right. Look at that. Look at that camel. Look at those two humps.
God.
That's Sally the camel right there.
Boy, look at that beard on Sally.
Get one of those System of a Down long goatees going down the neck. Wake up. You don't want to get bit by one of I'd rather take the camel than this thing right here. This it's like that one crackhead on the street corner. You don't want this thing to bite you. But look, they even got giraffes that'll bite you here, okay? If you go to this place, look, you may or may not get bit, all right? That's all I'm saying. They're animals. Things happen.
Exit your vehicle at your own risk.
But you can feed them, too. Like, they probably give you the feed, and you can pull up to them, and the animals come up to your car, and you feed them, And the other camels here, maybe they got jealous. I don't know. These are in the fence still. And they got the 1,000-year-old tortoise here. Yeah.
That dude's even biting the ground. Everything's biting something in all of these pictures, man. Here.
I'm sure it's a great place. You don't have to worry about getting bit at this place, okay? We're not holding that law. So that doesn't happen. We're just joking. And so they interviewed one of the keepers, like one of the guys that work there, and this is what he said about it.
One of the customers was acting a little irate and a little different or whatever. Said it was alleged camel bite. I looked at their arm. I had a picture of it. I don't believe it was a camel bite.
Conley said.
He said, doubt. Not my camels. That ain't no camel bite. But the picture's blurred out here, but it looks pretty. Looks like something got her. I don't know.
Yeah.
Like, what else? Like if she's just hanging her arm at the car, he's the professional here. He says, nah, we're not liable for that. Nah, that wasn't us. They got a picture here of Amy getting loaded up. She got her arm covered. They got her. She still got the purple hair going on. Putting her in the back of the ambulance for her alleged camel bite.
Alleged, yeah.
Don't get it twisted.
So maybe here's what happened, Ken. In my head, I got a picture now. You know what I'm saying? Uh-huh. Her and the fam out there just cruising around, you know what I'm saying? Feeding the camels. It's a hot day, man. There's mosquitoes out there, There's all types of animals out there. Who knows what got her, right? Mm-hmm. Whatever got her, mosquito, animal, it hurt. she pulled off to the side and had to take a little painkiller. You know what I'm saying? She smoked a little herb. You know what I mean? You had to take the edge off.
Well, Dane, smoking the herb's not the only thing that happened here. We'll continue the interview. They'll tell us what else they found.
Deputies smelled an overwhelming odor of marijuana.
So as a result of the search of the vehicle, they found around 2 ounces of marijuana and what we believe to be mushrooms or hallucinogenics, which is Schedule 1.
Halterman was charged with illegal possession of Schedule 1 drugs.
They got her for having the weed and the shit. That was out there tripping, trying to feed some animals, Dane.
She imagined a camel. I ain't gonna lie to you, Kenny. She's on mushrooms. She ain't seen no camel. Wasn't no camels out there.
So yeah, imagine like you call you get bit by an animal and you call for EMS, and then the cops are like, "Boy, y'all high. We're searching your car. Oh man, you go to jail now." She wasn't alone though. Like I said, she was there with this man as well, which is apparently, from what I'm reading, like her newish boyfriend. His name was Brian Scott Lavorne. And if you remember from us watching the show, she used to be with Michael. Her and Michael, I think, got married like in 2017. They eloped together and they have 2 kids. And then during us watching the show, then it became apparent that they were not compatible. She was doing all the parenting and everything, and then that he was just kind of not doing
Playing the PlayStation.
playing PlayStation. To which, during that, Michael had requested 50-50 custody of the kids, and Amy said, no. And her quotes are, "I was the chef, I was the cook, I was the nanny, I was everything in that house. He was the video game player."
Oh!
And during the hearing, Michael claimed to be an equal parent, which shocked Amy. She said, "I raised those kids. I made the bathwaters. You don't know how your effing son likes his bathwater. Don't play with me. There should be no reason why he needs extra days with the kids, and he's not even going to take care of them. It's not you going to be having the kids. It's going to be your mother." Ooh. And she said life's already hard. She doesn't want to be around anyone who makes it worse. To which she's got her kids and they're hotboxing them in the car, I guess. You know, maybe they got out, they're in the car smoking weed, taking mushrooms, driving their kids around. So they got child endangerment. And so Tammy actually showed up to pick the kids up, and apparently they're in Tammy's custody now.
Wow.
Yeah, and so they went to jail, and they're both out. Like, this is a picture of them leaving. They try to interview. Like, we'll watch the clip when they get her on the way out. But it's $10,000 bond, and they used a bail bondsman to get out.
You have anything to say to your fans that want to know about the Camel bike?
Thank you, and I'm sorry for everything.
In Crockett County.
Pull off in the Kia. Get out of here. Get the soul. Roll. I feel like she's been like on TV long enough that she's like, I'm sorry for everything. Like, we know you're not. Sorry you got caught, but we know you're not. Like, and you may be even making the jokes, but like, that's not even that big of a deal. She's just out there, you know, tripping with them. It's more that the kids are there as well.
Right.
Is the big issue.
You got that around your kids. That's a no-no.
Yeah, exactly. Like, if you're just like in there with your kids doing it, like, I mean, who knows what's going on at the house and like what they could potentially be exposed to. Dang. So, but they're out on bail. But I mean, that's not the end of it. Just because you're out on bail doesn't mean that there's nothing else that they're not gonna, you know.
Right. Doesn't mean that your charges are gone.
yeah. So the story will continue to unfold, right?
Huh. Does this mean that the series is over?
You know, I don't know. They started claiming everything on TLC when it come to them, so we stopped watching. And it really wasn't even, nothing new was happening anyway. It was just kind of the same stuff over and over again. Yeah. But they always film like way in advance. And this will probably end up being in a future episode. They'll talk about like how she got arrested, right? She'll be like, that goddamn Camel done beat me. You know how she does.
Yeah.
And then it'll be like some sob story like, they ain't going to take my kids away from me. Michael done tried, and Tennessee ain't going to do it to me neither. I'm like, I don't know. You know, if that's how you're going to be, then.
Right.
But again, it wasn't just her that caught the charges either. The dude that was with her also caught the exact same charges, and they both had to pay $10,000 on bail to get out.
The company you keep.
Yeah, right?
Poor Amy.
Well, it's another thing is talk about the company, like your environment that you're brought up in as a kid has a lot of like what kind of adult you're going to become. Like they talk about it in the show with how like, you know, you'll people in the area will get mad at you if you talk about how Amy is like a mini hoarder, and like her house is always nasty.
Right.
And then she says, well, it's because of my mom, and she blames it on how she was raised. And so, and if she's still doing all that and getting high with her kids and everything, how are they going to turn out? You know? I don't know, I can't say that I'm surprised, you know. At least, like, people were even like shocked that she's smoking, you know. They would always go outside and smoke on the TV show, but like, you know, they also had like ashtrays in the house as well. So you kind of like, while they're filming, it's like they would go outside to smoke. So you'd be like, oh, good, you know, well, at least she's smoking, but at least, you know, no secondhand smoke for the kids and all that. But then you just like look while you're watching the show, and it's like, that's just for the camera. Yeah. And then like her like trying to diet. Or no, when she was pregnant, she's out in the car like eating Cheese Whiz.
Cheese Whizzing it up.
You know. I don't have high expectations for him. I don't think anybody else does either. But speaking of expectations, we'll finish off. We'll talk about Tammy, right?
Yeah, what does Tammy say?
Well, it's more, I just wanted to like look like what Tammy, like she's continued losing weight.
Oh, wow.
And she is like a fourth of the person that she used to be.
Dude. She literally just kept going, huh?
She's still going. She's it's like her and Amy are changing places, is what it's like.
Yo, like, for real.
Yeah. It used to be like Amy was like the wholesome one, and she's trying to start a family, and Tammy was the evil, mean one. And now it's like Tammy's continuing her weight loss journey, and she's like becoming more and more wholesome. And then Amy's over here like, you know, tripping on shrooms and getting bit by camels. Wild world we live in. But anyway, that's it. That's all there is to the story right now. And of course, if anything else new happens, we'll go over it. And I'm sure you guys will let me know when it does. So yeah, today's your birthday. Happy birthday. Stay toasty, my friends. I love you. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye. Wake up.